Hey there, my name is Nick, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite tools, Studio by the WordPress.com team. It's a free open source application for local WordPress development, and it's great for building plugins, themes, or even entire WordPress websites. It's also fast, lightweight, and built with cutting-edge WebAssembly technology, and is designed specifically for modern development workflows. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn how to create a local WordPress site using Studio, configure Studio based on your own development preferences, sync WordPress.com and Pressable sites to Studio so you can work on them locally, create publicly accessible preview copies of your local sites so you can share those with colleagues or clients, and learn how to use the AI assistant inside of Studio. So let's dive in and check out all the features. All right, let's go ahead and open the Studio application. As you can see, I've already got it installed on my Mac. Studio supports both Mac OS and Windows. If you want to follow along and don't have Studio installed yet, head on over to developer.wordpress.com/studio to download it for your operating system. I've also dropped a link in the video description below. This is the main dashboard, and if you've used other local development tools before, this layout should feel pretty familiar. On the left, you'll see a list of any sites that you've already created, and on the right, you'll see an overview of whichever site is currently selected. In this case, the site's name is Encore. We'll explore the site overview panel a little bit later, but for now, let's walk through creating a brand new local WordPress site. To do so, click on the Add Site button to get started. A modal will pop up, and you can name your site whatever you want. In this case, let's call it Push to Prod. At this stage, you can choose to start with a fresh install or import a site backup. For this video, we'll just start fresh, but if you're curious about importing, I recommend checking out the docs for more information. Now you can just click Add Site and be done, but there are a few advanced options that are worth knowing about. Click Toggle to expand them. Here you can customize the local path, choose the PHP version, and even pick a specific version of WordPress, including nightlies and betas if they are available. You can also set a custom domain. If you go with a custom domain, you'll have the option to enable HTTPS as well, which can come in handy when working with plugins like Jetpack that sometimes require a secure connection. To keep things simple for this walkthrough, I'm going to stick with the defaults and just click Add Site. And just like that, the new site is up and running. Studio sets up everything for me behind the scenes. There's no complex manual configuration, no extra tooling like Docker. Now you can start and stop a Studio site at any time by clicking this button in the site overview, or you could also use the buttons in the site list on the sidebar. Since our test site Push to Prod is already running, let's head to the WordPress admin by clicking this link here. And as you can see that this is a fresh WordPress install, and if we click on themes, we can see that it's running the default 2025 theme. Let's take a quick look at the front end. And you'll notice here in the URL that we're using the default localhost setup since we didn't configure a custom domain. Once your site has been created, you can always go back and adjust the settings. Maybe you decide that actually I do want a custom domain, or perhaps you want to switch to the WordPress version. To do that, head to the Settings tab for your site. This is where you'll find all the key details about your setup. Just click on Edit Site, and you'll see that modal that looks very similar to the one that we saw when creating a site. From here, you can make any changes that you want. For now, though, let's just stick to the default options and continue moving on. Let's go back to the Overview tab. Here, you're going to find several buttons that allow you to quickly navigate to various areas of your site, such as the site editor. The less mouse clicks, the better, so I find these buttons very helpful. One of my favorite features is the buttons that let you open the site folder in your Finder, as well as load the site in your preferred code editor or terminal application. This really saves a lot of time. You can see here that I like using Cursor for my editor and the default terminal application on my Mac. You can set these preferences by clicking the WordPress.com login link at the top of the app. This will open another modal. The first tab is for logging into WordPress.com, which will unlock some additional features. But don't worry, you don't need an account to use the core Studio functionality, so we'll skip that for now. Click on the Preferences tab instead, and here you can set your language, choose your preferred code editor, and pick your preferred terminal application. Each dropdown will show you the supported apps and those that are already installed on your machine. Once you've made your selections, just click Save, and Studio will remember your preferences moving forward. Now let's try clicking on the Open in Cursor button. And there we go, cursor boots up, and the entire site folder has been opened in the app. And if we click on Terminal, that's going to launch the Terminal app. And here you can see we're in the root directory of our site. And if we type in ls, we can see all the files and confirm that this is in fact the root directory of our site. So that was a quick overview of the core Studio features, the stuff that you get right out of the box without needing a WordPress.com account. As I mentioned earlier, Studio is completely open source, and you can grab the full code base on GitHub. Everything I just showed you is available as is with a fresh install. However, if you choose to connect a free WordPress.com account, and you might already have one if you're a WordPress.com customer, you'll unlock some powerful additional tools. These include live preview links that you can share, the ability to sync local sites with staging or production environments on WordPress.com or Pressable, and the AI assistant built right into the app that will help you code faster. So let's take a look at how these additional features work. Okay, so let's start with one of Studio's most powerful features, especially if you're already a WordPress.com or Pressable customer, and that's Studio Sync. To get started, let's click on the Sync tab. Since I'm not logged in yet, I'm prompted to sign in. So I'm going to click on Log into WordPress.com. If you don't already have an account, you can create one for free. You will need to do this if you're a Pressable customer as well. Once you're connected, you're going to see a list of all your existing sites on WordPress.com and any sites on Pressable that also have Jetpack enabled. From here, you can then link any of those production or staging sites to a local site in Studio, and you can even go the other way around, take a local Studio site and launch it as a brand new WordPress.com site. This is a great workflow if you prefer to build locally and then push your site live in just a few clicks. For this demo, I'm going to connect the production version of Push to Prod, which I've already built and now want to continue working on locally. I can see that I have Push to Prod listed here. Now it's important to note that Studio Sync only works with WordPress.com sites on a business or commerce plan. If your site is on a lower tiered plan, you'll see an upgrade prompt, like you do here with some of these other test sites. For Pressable sites, you will need to ensure that you have Jetpack activated and connected using the same WordPress.com account that you're using here in Studio. Links to WordPress.com and Pressable documentation that talk more about this are available in the video description. Let's go ahead and click on Push to Prod and then click Connect. Once the connection is established, I can click Pull to bring down the live version of the site and overwrite my local copy. Since my local version is currently just a fresh WordPress install, let's go ahead and pull down the real site. Depending on the size of your site, this process might take a little while, so be prepared for that. For the sake of the video, I've sped things up. And there we go. Now you can see that the sync is complete. Let's take a look at the front end. We've now got a real site, no more blank install. Let's head back to Studio. Now you can incorporate sync into a variety of different workflows. In the description of the video, I've included a link to a recent blog post on this topic. For now, let's move on to another feature, one of my favorites, which is called Live Site Previews. So click on the Previews tab. This functionality allows you to create and share live copies of your Studio sites. And you don't need to be a WordPress.com or Pressable customer, you just need a free WordPress.com account. As you can see here, you can have up to 10 preview sites for free at any one time. Sites will expire after 7 days since their last update, and under the hood, this is all being powered by WordPress.com. These are an excellent way to share previews of your work that you're working on locally with colleagues or clients. So let's create one and see how it works. I'm going to click on Create Preview Site. Similar to Studio Sync, this process can take a bit of time depending on the size of the site. So let's speed it up a bit. Now that the site has been created, it will have a unique URL based on your WordPress.com username. Mine is Diego, which you can see here. Let's click on the link. And there's a live preview of Push to Prod. This is a fully live site that you can log into using the credentials that are listed on the Settings tab in Studio. So let's go take a look at the Settings tab. And you can see here that the default username is admin, and then there's a password. So let's navigate to the login screen. We'll enter an admin, and then we can copy and paste that password in. And there we have it. We're logged in to our custom preview site. Now, this is separate from your production and staging sites that you might have. And this is a great way to showcase your work to, again, your colleagues or clients before you push that content or the plugins and the code back up to your production and staging sites. Again, these preview sites will expire after 7 days of the last update, but you can update the sites as often as you like. So if you make changes locally, such as updating the design or adding a new feature, just remember to update, and anyone you share the link with will be able to see those changes immediately. All right, the last feature that I want to show you in this video is the AI Assistant. To open it, just click on the Assistant button over here on the right. Like most AI tools, its capabilities will continue to evolve, but let's take a quick look at how it works today. First, every WordPress.com account gets free 200 prompts per month. The Assistant isn't meant to replace tools like Cursor or other AI-powered development environments. Instead, it's designed to help you make changes directly to your Studio site. So let's try something simple. I'm going to ask it to install WooCommerce. You'll notice that most of the responses come back as WP CLI commands, which is great if you're already familiar with WP CLI. But even if you're not, it's super easy to use. It's going to give you the command, and then you're just going to click Run. Once the plugin is installed and activated, we can click the link to open the WooCommerce settings. And just like that, we're in the setup wizard for WooCommerce. Now, there are a ton of ways that you can use the Assistant, such as installing plugins like you saw, generating code, and managing other aspects of your site. It's worth experimenting with different prompts to see what it can do. And as always with AI tools, expect it to get better and more capable over time. All right, so that's a full tour of Studio, from setting up your first local site to syncing with production, sharing live previews, and even using the built-in AI Assistant. So whether you're building a theme, developing a plugin, or managing client sites, Studio gives you a fast, flexible development environment that fits right into your workflow. And of course, it's completely free and open source. The link to the GitHub repository is available in the video description below. So if you haven't tried it yet, I highly encourage you to head on over to developer.wordpress.com/studio to download the app and start exploring. As always, I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Also, feel free to drop any questions about Studio you might have in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.